Wrestling.
Oh yeah! Welcome everybody to Grind City Wrestling. I am Dustin Starr, and check out the new studio here. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Be sure to take that subscribe button to Slap City wherever you're watching and wherever you're listening. Check out the archives of Grind City Wrestling with some of the biggest interviews with wrestling's biggest stars. GrindCityMedia.com/podcast. We have a whole lot to catch up on, obviously. We're going to go through the best wrestling that we watched all week. Plus, today on Grind City Wrestling, it's ECW legend, the Sandman, live here in just a moment. He's presented by Ghost River Brewing Company, but let's not waste any time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is bell time! Introducing my co-host, my tag team partner. He really needs no introduction, actually. One of the best follows on social media, and today he's sporting the ECW World Championship. It's Devin Walker, baby!
Hey, I low-key need you to redo that intro because you didn't put anything about me being the ECW champion in here.
I did. I said he's got the championship.
I needed to be like the Paul Heyman, reigning,
right,
defending. I need you to put some more barbecue sauce on the wings. Come on now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there we go.
My name.
Come on. Give it to me.
He is the current, reigning, defending ECW World Champion.
Yeah.
Devin Walker.
Now that's an intro fit for a new studio, bro. We got new digs going on right now. It's a new season of Grind City Wrestling. We about to get lit in here, bro. It might get, some tables might get flipped. Hey, it's that time, bro. I love these new digs. I look good on camera. Shout out to our people downstairs, but it's time. First
time in studio might be the last time in studio because, like I said, ECW legend, a man who has no filter
at all.
And if you don't believe me, check out Dark Side of the Ring. It's absolutely wild. But the Sandman will be here on this program here in just a few moments, and you can catch him live this Sunday at the Wrestle Center, 3296 Winbrook Drive. Get those tickets at memphiswrestling.tv, and you better do it right now because it's going to sell out. Devin, are you going to pull up?
10 out of 10 recommend, bro. I might be there. I might be there for the Sandman show. I told you, I have a Sandman shirt in the closet. I recently sold it. I'm kind of mad about it, but we still here with the ECW Championship Wrestling shirt. If y'all can see the back, you would love it, but I don't feel like getting up.
Show us off. You can follow Devin at Devin_Walker2.
Do that.
We got the new pad. You got the new threads, but they're not really new threads. What year is that T-shirt that you're wearing?
This T-shirt, I think, let's see, we got the copyright on here somewhere. It may be on the back. I think it may be 98.
98?
It may be 98. So, look, bro, you know how we do. It's not. These are no fakes around here. No DH Gates, no bootleg shirts. We straight from
no reprints.
No reprints. This is raw from ECW. Paul Heyman made them himself. He made this shirt himself.
Sorry, ProWrestlingTees.com.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ProWrestlingTees. You're not going to get any of my business.
Now check it out. The championship that you have over your shoulder, you're going to be able to purchase one of those autographed by the 5-time ECW champion, the Sandman, this Sunday. Also, another thing that the Sandman is notorious for.
Oh, yeah.
Other than drinking beer and smashing the cans over his head.
And motorboating people.
Is whooping ass with a kendo stick. Whose ass is going to get beat this Sunday, Devin? Don't look at me.
I mean, it might be you. You know, Sandman has no filter, bro. He doesn't care about authority. He doesn't care about anything. So you might catch one if you better come correct, because Sandman got that kendo stick swinging at all times. So, hey, one of the best entrances in wrestling history, by the way, too. So I got a lot of questions for him. I did a lot of research last night. Watched a lot of Sandman film.
Film?
Yeah, I watched some film last night.
You were studying film?
I was studying film
for today?
Yeah, studying film, get ready for this interview because, I'm a capital J journalist. That's what I do. But I'm excited, man.
It's actually funny that you say that because I've been watching some tape too, and then also Big John Dalton and Big Daddy have been sending me so many of these variations of the Sandman's entrance to the ring, popping the beer, smashing the can over his head, and just figuring out, like, what is he going to do at the Wrestle Center?
Yeah, because I've seen your
we're
building.
Not a 10,000 seater, brother.
I don't think your building is fit for a Sandman entrance.
Or maybe it is. But I figure that everybody's going to have a little Ghost River on by the time the show is over.
To find out, you got to pull up to the Wrestle Center, buddies.
All right, here in just a bit, we're going to have the Sandman ECW Legends going to join us right here on Grind City Wrestling. Maybe we'll talk AEW All In that's taking place this Sunday after our live event at the Wrestle Center. You can watch absolutely free with us at Dave & Buster's. But first, we got to talk about the best wrestling that we watched all week. We weren't here last week, so best wrestling that we watched in the past 2 weeks, Devin?
I think it's it's easy. This is the easy choice. And I'm gonna go with this ongoing saga we have with maybe you can tell me the correct name for it. I call it the Lao. What is it called?
Oh my gosh!
There's a politically correct name. There's
a red
week.
one that they're fighting over, but now Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso, he's got the blue one.
Yeah. So I forgot there's multiple colors. Cool. There's more colors. I forgot there's multiple colors.
I don't know the difference,
but
man.
I think the same thing may be more important than the title at the championship belt at this point. Because they're fighting over it like it's the damn title.
Right.
So the best wrestling I saw all week is these ongoing saga between the OTC, Original Tribal Chief, ones up. Put your one up, Dustin. Put the one up. There you go. Put the ones up. OTC and Solo Sikoa. OTC versus the New Bloodline. Every single week they're giving us heat after heat. The first week we saw Roman come out and beat Solo's ass.
Oh man, it was awesome.
He sees the lay, or somebody's going to correct this in the chat, I'm pretty sure, or in the comments.
Help us out.
What is the correct name for the red thing that Roman puts on?
All the Way Ray was there live in Tulsa when that happened. He was booked for SmackDown backstage. He said it was the loudest reaction that he's ever heard, even louder than The Rock. And that was the first time that Roman Reigns had been back on SmackDown since WrestleMania. So it was huge.
The OTC, man.
He cleaned house.
He draws. He cleans house.
But that's not what happened.
He sees the thing in the corner, and the camera work is, by the way, phenomenal. WWE puts a spotlight on it. He looks down at it. He picks it up, puts it over his head, 5-star. And you know, for me, I'm a smart wrestling fan. I look at my phone. I said, it's 8:53.
Right.
This show's not over with.
It ain't over.
This ain't over yet. Something else is happening on this show.
But wait, there's more.
The Samoan werewolf comes out of nowhere. With
a walking boot on.
With the walking boot. By the way, they made him look even more badass, bro, because he has a walking boot on. He's doing all these moves with the walking boot. He lays Roman out in the middle of the ring, and then the rest of them get up. The wolves get up. They get him out of the ring. They lift Roman up. And just like Roman did so many other people.
It's a wild pack of feral dogs.
That's crazy.
I think that's what Michael Cole said.
That's wild. I don't think that's what he said.
It is. That's what he said.
Are you Braun Breaker now?
He said that on SmackDown. I'm pretty sure.
We're going to have to spin the tape on that one. But they lift him up. They lift him up just like Romans did so many other people in the past. And they put him through the table. And Romans, the OTC, is left laying there. And I thought about this 5-star. I said, damn, man, nobody's going to come out Roman? But I thought about, for the last 5 years, he's been terrorizing SmackDown. Man. So who the hell wants to help out Roman Reigns? But it makes for a good story. Shout out Roman Reigns.
It does.
The OTC. I love that the fans are chanting, OTC. He's the top babyface right now, man.
Absolutely, hands down. But think about it. Where are all his friends at?
Exactly.
Jay? He's on Raw.
Exactly.
Jay's on Raw. Where's Sami Zayn?
Jay's yeeting. He looks like Raw. He has nothing to do with it.
Man, these guys have been split from Roman Reigns. They're on a whole different brand, so it makes the fan forget about it. Who's going to help Roman because he doesn't have any friends?
He doesn't have any friends.
Also, where's The Rock?
Exactly.
Where's he going to play into this?
Exactly. Oh, that's what makes it so good, bro. Because this can go so many different ways.
There had to be heat after the way that Roman Reigns destroyed the New Bloodline all by himself. There had to be some heat. So this time they came back just when you think. I actually thought that he wouldn't get the lay. I didn't think he would get that on, but he did, and then bam. And I thought it was a little funny. And I don't put too much into the dirt sheets or anything like that. But Dave Meltzer had just reported a couple of days earlier that they're going to keep Jacob Fatu away from Roman Reigns.
They did for a little bit.
Well, I mean, like literally 2 days later, the Samoan werewolf is killing Roman Reigns in the ring, so everybody was all over.
You hit him away from Roman for enough, and then you have that spot where Roman puts on the lay, and then you have him come crush him, right? Because it still makes him look amazing.
I'm glad that Roman's back, what appears to be full time.
Me too.
He made the appearance the first week, and then the second week he's taken out. So maybe he misses the third week, which I'm okay with if he's selling, because it needed heat.
And then he comes back with Paul Heyman.
Comes back with Paul Heyman, and right around the corner from what's the next big pay-per-view? It's the Berlin, but then after that
it's Atlanta. It's Bad
Survivor
Blood.
Series, Bad Blood. But Survivor Series, I think, is what we're leading to, where they're going to have the big Survivor Series, probably Bloodline versus Bloodline match. That was Devin's best wrestling of the week. I'm sure we could talk about it all day long. It was really, really good. Awesome to see Roman Reigns back. best wrestling that I watched all week. And you know what I got to do here, Devin?
What do you got to do?
I got to be a homer.
Why do you? Come on, bro.
Why do you
always do this, bro?
It is very hard.
Why do you always do this?
It's very hard to surprise wrestling fans, especially with like a feature attraction, right? So when we had Jonathan Gresham come out,
he's a small guy, by the way.
Man, the dude came like to here.
He's like little. What's that dude?
I'm 5'11".
Gary Coleman. How tall was Gary Coleman?
But hold on a second. With all due respect,
he's like Gary Coleman, but like buff.
I looked at Jonathan Gresham like live in person, and I'm like, bro, you are so freaking jacked. How's this even possible?
How tall?
Everybody is always talking about how good Jordynne Grace, what kind of shape she's in, but oh my goodness, Jonathan Gresham is just as wide and as muscular as he is tall. But anyway, best wrestling that I watched all week was Jonathan Gresham coming out. Of course, we dropped a press release. Jonathan Gresham is going to be a full-time character on screen for Memphis Wrestling.
You know what that means, right?
What does
he
that
better
mean?
be a full-time character on this damn podcast.
We'll definitely...
Jonathan Gresham.
Call him out.
You better be on this podcast in the next 2 weeks, buddy. That's all I got to say.
Exactly right. We will make that happen. So Jonathan Gresham, not only is he going to be a full-time on-screen character on Memphis Wrestling, but then also he's going to be a mentor and a coach at the Wrestle Center.
That's dope. Dude, that's a big get for y'all, bro.
Yes, we've got like 25 trainees right now that are chomping at the bit to be on our television show. And not to mention, when Jonathan Gresham is at our television taping, after the show, he can get with everybody, even those wrestlers that are currently on television now, and make them better. So we dropped the press release. Then the episode hit. So just when you think you're only going to get Jonathan Gresham, the Lane Dynasty come back.
Okay, they could have stayed where they were.
Say what you want about the Lane Dynasty.
They could have stayed where they were.
Every fan in the building was booing. They were all surprised that Austin and Nikki were there. Nikki, of course, the first ever Memphis Wrestling women's champion, and Austin, pretty much the best of the best. He's done it all in Memphis Wrestling.
He has a hilarious catchphrase, by the way. He said, "What is it? I'm the rope to rope, pillar to post." Every time I hear that, I pop.
Pound per pound, the very best.
Yeah, I pop every time I hear him say that. It's kind of funny.
Best.
Shout out, Austin Lane.
So when Austin and Nikki come out to ruin the fun, and just as Nikki's poking and looking down, by the way, at Jonathan Gresham, poking him in the chest, what happens? Here comes the juggernaut. TNA Wrestling Knockouts World Champion. So I think people knew that she was going to be a part of the show in some capacity, but didn't know that she was going to be on that show right then and right there. And then that pit, husband and wife versus husband and wife, a match made in matrimony.
Wow. I'm going to let you get that one off.
But anyway,
I'm going to let you get that one off.
I thought it was unbelievable. I mean, of course, the social media is just absolutely blowing up with the arrival of Jordynne Grace and Jonathan Gresham.
I think the Jonathan Gresham thing is cooler for you because it's like you see these trainees, they're going to be training with somebody that's been there, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's been everywhere. He's been everywhere where you want to get to. So I think you're going to have some people sign up for sure because they know the octopus is putting them through the ringer, bro. So shout out to you. That's big time. I know you wrote that press release yourself, but yeah, I'm excited.
Why? What does that mean?
I don't know.
There was no misspellings, no errors. Jonathan Gresham was in on it as well.
I saw that press release come up, and I was like, Dustin, when you got in the Microsoft Word, you cooked up some stuff.
That's Chat GPT, baby.
Chat GPT.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's crazy.
All right, we got the Sandman coming up here in just a minute. He's going to be live this Sunday at the Wrestle Center, brought to you by Ghost River Brewing Company. Devin, you've been to the Wrestle Center.
I have.
Have you ever drank a beer at the Wrestle Center?
I have not, bro.
You know
the
why?
people I sit with, they drink a lot of beer.
Oh,
though.
yeah. Wouldn't kayfabe that.
My bad.
We do not sell beer at the Wrestle Center.
Oh, my bad.
But
shout out to my guys.
This Sunday at Memphis Wrestling, you can drink beer. Ghost River, matter of fact, with the Sandman.
Is he gonna crack it on your head like he usually does?
Not on my head, but hopefully on his head. All right. Okay. So the Sandman's coming up here in just a bit. We're going to talk to him. I cannot wait for it. AEW All In is this weekend. It's on Sunday. You can watch absolutely free at Dave & Buster's in Memphis. Plus, we'll hook you up with a free power card, a $10 game card just for coming out there. Devin, do you care?
Do you want my real answer or my fake answer?
Give me your real answer.
You want my kayfabe answer? You want my wrestling answer? I'll give you. I'm so excited about All In Wembley Stadium 5-star.
Well, no, but seriously, is there any match on this card? Because the first time they did it, I felt like it was a huge, huge thing for AEW.
I will say the graphic is dope with the scapegoat and all that kind of thing. That's cool. I want to see Swerve versus Bryan Danielson. That's dope. I have an issue.
Does Bryan Danielson win the title, or is he retiring?
He better not. He better not. Send him to the gulag, right where he belongs. I'm gonna be honest with you, 5-star. and this is me being completely honest, like I always am on this show. There's a lot of repetitive stuff going on in AEW, and when you ask me what's repetitive, MJF wins the North American Championship. What does he do? He gets the belt, he reshapes it, he turns it into an American flag.
It's an American championship.
Yeah, whatever. Cool, that's cute. What's his name? Scapegoat. What's his name?
Jack Perry.
Jack Perry wins the title, the TBS title. What does he do?
New championship.
He redoes
blacked out championship.
But that's the same angle, bro. Like, give me some new flavor.
Well, you
can't do the same thing twice.
Jack Perry, I totally agree. Jack, it's like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing.
Exactly.
Like creative is going on over here, but there's the same, but maybe a little different creative going over here. You got to bring them together. But you got Jack Perry defending against Darby Allin.
That should be a banger, but
MJF
whatever.
defending against Will Ospreay.
Okay.
Which I think will be a banger. But I mean, whatever happened to Daniel Garcia? I thought they did this big elaborate thing for MJF to wrestle Daniel Garcia.
We always wonder what's going on over here.
I think the most intriguing match for me, and don't laugh,
I'm going to judge you, bro,
is Mariah May versus Toni Storm. Because these two women,
they might beat the crap out of each other.
They are going to shoot fight.
That is actually a pretty good feud, actually, because she used to be her like lackey, her backup, and now she turned on her.
I do feel like they rushed bits and pieces of this, but the image of Toni Storm bleeding and the blood all over
and her
Mariah,
beating the hell out of her with the shoe.
It was absolutely fantastic. And I don't know a better segue of getting to the Sandman than beating the hell out of somebody with a shoe. Because this Sunday, he's going to beat the hell out of somebody, but it's not with a shoe. It's going to be with a kendo stick. The Sandman is coming up next. And joining us right now on Grind City Wrestling is the one and the only ECW legend. It's the Sandman. What's going on, Sandman?
Yo, what up?
Thank you for joining us here on Grind City Wrestling. I know you're headed to Memphis, Tennessee this Sunday. You're coming to the Wrestle Center. Get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. I cannot wait to see how you're going to enter the Wrestle Center because, Sandman, it's not a big 10,000-seat arena or anything like that. Me and Devin have been talking all about it. How much beer is going to be spilled this weekend?
Probably a lot. A couple six-packs easily.
We love a good six-pack. Hey, before we get into the other stuff, let me see that jersey collection again.
Yeah,
I got my ECW over here.
The only reason I hung them up was because I didn't feel like getting drapes. So they're really just there for the light to block the light.
Okay. I see.
You got. And they're all originals.
That's an
original LeBron Cavs. That's an original Iverson, freaking Denver. What? And Jonathan Vilma, that's a Breeze. That's a Drew Brees on the end. And is that Kellen Winslow?
I think that's Kellen Winslow.
Oh, wow.
I think that's Kellen Winslow did Browns.
Yeah, no, he was San Diego, wasn't he? Dude, my brain is so shot anymore. I would have known. Dude, I got there's another 100 jerseys in the house, too. They're all originals. I kept them all.
I love it. So you a big sports fan?
Huge. I should have showed you the TVs downstairs in the great room. We got 270 inchers hanging on the walls. And then if sometimes there's like MMA, a Sixers game, and a Flyers hockey game, we'll bring out a third television so we can have all three going.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, dude, big sports fan.
Very nice.
Me and all my kids.
Do you play video games on those big screens? Because, you are a playable character now on WWE 2K24. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, do you think they got you? Do they think did they nail all the Sandman details on the game? What you think?
I've never even seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I mean, my kids have played it, but I walked by in passing. Maybe I was going out somewhere or something, but I've never really sat and watched it. I don't play video games myself, but my kids love them. That new NCAA game is badass.
It is. Who are you playing with, Sandman? Who are you playing with on the game?
I don't play.
Who they playing with downstairs? Playing with Temple? Hope not Temple, right?
Well, no, they like Temple a lot more than they like Penn State.
Okay.
My one son hates Penn State people because they think they're better than everybody else, and it's kind of the truth.
We're talking to the Sandman, ECW legend.
It's
hey,
a
true
state
story.
College, dude. How and your program isn't even that great. Although they have played better. I mean, to losing to Michigan and Ohio State last year, and that's pretty two damn good teams. So
I love
they're
it.
ranked
Sandman knows
11
his
right now
sports.
coming out.
I love it.
Hey, so Tommy Dreamer linked us up, and when I reached out and we agreed that you were coming to Memphis, that's happening this Sunday, I turned on Monday Night Raw literally 2 days later and realized that the Sandman was now a playable character on WWE 2K24. 2024, man, you've been doing this so long. Is it surprising, or how do you feel about being included in so much stuff now?
Yeah, dude, it's like sometimes when I go away on weekends, and it's like 2 weekends ago, it was me, Sabu, Francine, Shane Douglas, Todd Gordon last week. It's just we're all just still amazed that what it became and that we still actually mean something in the business.
I mean, Sandman, look at my shirt I'm wearing right now. Like, y'all mean so much to. And I'm 31 years old, so I was a kid when y'all were really rocking out.
That's original. That's like a 97 or 98.
Let me show you the back of it. Let's see.
Nice.
There you go. Politically incorrect and damn proud of it.
Yeah, I made that saying up.
So this is your saying on the back of the shirt.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, as me, I'm a 31-year-old kid. I used to revel and watch ECW. I was looking for it because I thought that was the.
Dude, what were your parents doing, letting you watch that at 2 a.m, wherever the hell you were?
They thought I was wild. They were like, "Why are you watching them put people through tables?" Speaking of that, your entrance, right? Your entrance is one of the greatest of all time. You come out with the kendo stick.
Thanks.
Who came up with that idea? Was that your thinking?
Well, there was a kid named Michael Fay who was overseas, and they were going to cane him because he spray painted cars with these other kids, and this caning ain't no joke, dude. It will break your skin right away. It was like, I forget what kind of stick they used, and they wrapped it with like vines and stuff like that. So it was big news in the United States, man. And Todd calls me up, and I happen to live like 20 minutes away from the studio at that point. And he said, "Paul wants you up at the studio." So I bolted right up to the studio. Paul wants me there. I'm there. And he knew I would know about the kid because he knows I was always up on politics and current events and stuff. So I'm like, "Well, Paul, what am I going to use as a cane?" He looks up, and we were standing under like a cherry tree,
Yes.
literally a cherry tree. And he reached up, he grabbed the stick, pulled it off. He goes, "Find some tape, put it around here, and cut a promo with."
Wow.
That's how it started.
That's how.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
how. And the
Crazy.
legend was born. That's
Yeah,
insane.
and who knows if somebody else, if I wasn't so close to the studio, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot of luck in this game, guys.
I love it. Because I want to ask, like, the entrance thing. You come through the crowd with the cane, and I've seen a lot of videos. Like I said, I watched when I was a kid, but I had to go back and watch last night. You had a lot of crazy crowd interactions, pouring beer on people, the casual motorboating every now and then.
The casual motorboating.
What was the craziest fan interaction you've ever had in all those runs you had?
Just a motorboat, or people stealing my snot rag that I always carry in my back pocket, and I have to chase them down to get it.
I love it.
But people trying to grab your beers, stuff like that. But the motorboating's always fun.
That's my favorite, to be honest with you.
We're talking ECW legend, the Sandman. Okay, we had Jeff Jarrett here just a couple of weeks back. We put him on the spot with a Mount Rushmore, all right? Mount Rushmore of ECW. What do you got, Sandman?
Well, I don't know, like the Dudleys, Van Dam, Sabu. I mean, Mount Rushmore's too small. Terry Funk. I mean, come on. How can you really bring it down to 4 guys? I tried to on my podcast, Sandman podcast, wherever you get podcasts. I don't even know where. But we did a Mount Rushmore, and you can't just come up with 4.
You can't. It's that many guys. Huh? Like I said, it's from you, RVD.
Dude, how many titles? How many titles the Dudleys got?
Oh,
16 time or something ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they need to be on there. Van Dam, he needs to be on there. Austin probably didn't spend enough time in the company. Only had a couple matches with me and Mike.
You got to be on there.
Yeah, you got to put you on there.
You are definitely on there. I know you're being humble by not putting yourself on, but bro, you are definitely on the Mount Rushmore of ECW.
Yeah, that was a given. But okay, so me, Van Dam, and the Dudleys. That leaves out a lot. Taz was pretty freaking over. Sabu was pretty freaking over. You know what I mean?
Tommy Dreamer.
Oh man,
Yeah,
Tommy
there's a
Dreamer. How do you leave
lot
him
of
off?
people.
Raven. We haven't even mentioned the name
Raven,
Raven,
yeah.
have we?
It's Shane Douglas. I mean,
Ugh.
the guy that ignited the flame of ECW. Honestly, there's just a lot.
Can I put New Jack on there?
If you want,
Hey, let's go.
Hey, it's your
Let's
Mount
go.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
hey, you're the
Yeah,
one
all right,
paying
Sandman.
for it.
Yeah, let's get my Rushmore, bro. I'm putting New Jack on there, baby.
You know I love that, right?
Shout out New Jack, man. Rest in peace, New Jack, man.
All right, Sandman, you're coming to Memphis this Sunday. The tickets are almost sold out. I can't imagine it's not standing room only. You get those tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. If you use the code ECW at checkout, you'll save $5. How long has it been since you've been to Memphis? And are there any good or bad Memphis stories?
Oh, Greg, you guys, when I went to work there in '89 or not and '90 with Jerry Lawler, I'm literally less than 6 months in the business working main events in the Mid-South Coliseum with Jerry Lawler.
Wow.
I did not know
Were
this.
Yeah,
You
Jerry
were you
taught me
the
a lot.
Were you the Sandman, or what was your character back then?
Oh, see, Lawler wanted like more of like a gimmick, so went with the surfer thing because I wasn't a surfer before then, but Lawler wanted something, and that was the
Sandman's
best
a
guy.
surfer.
My name's the Sandman, so I got a hold of one of the pit bulls. They took me down a club down in Philly. He told one of the bouncers to get the surfboard off the wall. Place was called Rock Lobster, and rolled down there with a surfboard.
You were the surfer in Memphis?
Yeah, I carried a surfboard.
That is amazing. I need photos,
No,
man.
Well, there was a
Check this out. As soon as I get back, I meet Paul Heyman for the first time. He's got the book now because Eddie Gilbert's gone. Paul Heyman looks right at me. He goes, "We're breaking that surfboard over your head tonight." He goes, "That thing's
So during the USWA, where I know Tommy Dreamer was here, they tore up the studio and all that stuff. So you didn't have an opportunity to come and bring the kendo stick to Memphis as the actual Sandman?
Nope.
Wow.
So this will be
Didn't
the
have-
first time.
First
This will be the
time
first time
ever.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Didn't have it yet.
incredible.
So all the OG fans know you as a surfer, but when they see the Sandman show up, it's going to be a whole different situation.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to understand, you guys, it wasn't like wrestling is today. It's on so many different times a week and so many different channels. If you lived in most of the country, you had to be watching the tape back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Yeah.
weren't getting it all over the place.
All right, last question for the Sandman. Again, Mount Rushmore, I got to get you. Mount Rushmore of beer, and not counting Ghost River. Mount Rushmore of beer for the Sandman.
There's only one Budweiser.
It's
Takes
only
up the
one.
whole-
So it's,
There is.
Budweiser takes up all the spots.
Yep.
Oh, hey, there you go.
There you go.
I guess I can talk to you all day, Sam. Because like I said, you're one of my favorites of all time. ECW was on my TV, even though I shouldn't have been watching it as a kid. So
Well, you're going to be there. You're going to be there this week.
I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna pop out this weekend. Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come see you for sure. Because like I said, you're one of
All
my
right.
favorites.
No, we'll chat.
For sure. Before I got to ask you one more thing though, because
Last question.
You mentioned the Raven thing, and like I said, I've watched a lot of the matches. Who are the best person to work with in ECW, and the worst person you probably had to work with in ECW?
Well, there's a lot of best, dude. It was like me and Cactus didn't get along great, but it was just poetry in motion. Me and Sabu. I mean, you didn't even have to talk. It's just after you've done 20 matches, you're just out there having fun. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of guys that it was just easy, easy. You could be doing 20 minutes, but it's a night off.
I love it. Who was the one when you saw the car, you're like, oh no,
Man, him again.
You're like, yo, I gotta do this again.
Damn.
Oh, Rob Van Dam will kick your head off.
Wait,
No, he will.
legitimately kick your head off.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, I will not like I see Van Dam. I'm like, yeah. Once I had to work him like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was not happy.
What is it? Is it the kicks off the top rope? Is it what is it? Are these?
Well, oh yeah, the kick off the top rope. I'm telling you, the first night I did it with him, maybe the first time we ever worked together. Well, I learned once you work a guy a couple times, then you get smart enough to keep your eyes open and make sure you're not going to get and knocked out. But I tried that with Van Dam first night. I fed up for that kick off the top rope. I was a little bit closer, a little bit inside like the center of the ring towards his corner. Knocked my head off. The next night, I took 2 steps back. Boom, knocked my head off. The third night, I went and stood in the opposite corner. I said, "No."
He was done.
So Van Dam just lays it in.
And I wasn't telling him that I was doing it, and he was just like, all right, he jumps down, and we start working again.
Shout out Van Dam.
Educated
I love it.
Say, man, we could literally talk to you all day long. I can't wait to see you on Sunday. Thank you for doing this.
Got it. Peace, gentlemen.
Thank you, Sandman. Appreciate you, man.
He's the Sandman, and he's going to be at Memphis Wrestling Live this Sunday. Check it out. Welcome back to Grind City Wrestling. Devin, how freaking cool was that?
That was probably one of the dopest things we've ever done on this podcast. And we've talked to everybody, bro. Like I usually don't get giddy to talk to guys. Like I said, I was watching ECW as a kid. Even Sandman said I shouldn't be watching it.
Hey, true story.
They were out of pocket for sure.
I can tell when you're excited about a guest and when you're just kind of working me. Like, this pretty cool.
I'll get through it. Yeah,
this dude showed up. He was texting this morning, hey, I'm going to wear my Sandman shirt. And he couldn't find it, so he pulled out a 97, 98 ECW. He's got a championship belt over his shoulder.
Yeah.
How about the first time ever the Sandman coming to Memphis Wrestling as the Sandman?
Yeah, he was this is the first time. You're making history,
Absolutely incredible.
He was the Surfer when he made his debut at Memphis.
I think he was tag teamed with John Laurinaitis, wasn't he? Weren't they
one of the Road Warriors?
No, his brother. The guy that's in trouble with Vince McMahon.
Oh, the freaky boy. Okay. 69 God himself.
Anyways, wrapping it up here on Grind City Wrestling. Absolutely awesome. The Sandman is live on Sunday. Devin, other than being at the Wrestle Center, what do you have going on this weekend?
This is the first caravan, actually. The first Memphis Grizzlies caravan. We're spreading the gospel of the Memphis Grizzlies this weekend because to let you know, the season's here, bro.
It's coming.
Schedule dropped last week. Caravans this week. We'll be in Little Rock on Saturday. We'll be in Jonesboro on Sunday. That's probably why I won't. If I can't make it to the Wrestle Center, that'll be why I'll be at Jonesboro. But, yeah, we'll be busy this weekend, but I hope everybody has fun, man. Sandman seems like a dope dude. Hey, shout out one of the GOATs, man. I gotta give you this.
That little tidbit, I'll pull the curtain back just a little bit. That was the first conversation that I've ever had with the Sandman.
It was smooth.
And he's booked on my show.
Yeah, that's
the
insane.
Power of Tommy Dreamer. I just sent the text.
He was like, I don't even talk to the guy. He's good.
He's like, who is this guy?
Book him. He's fine.
All right, everybody. That was Grind City Wrestling. I am Dustin Starr. He is Devin Walker, baby, saying so long, everybody.